Okay, so this is another one of my tests between two laptops running the same version of FL Studio, the same version of Windows. The first one on the left is an 11th Gen i5 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and the one on the right is an 11th Gen i7 with 32 gigabytes of RAM. So the one on the right, expecting to do better, but I thought it would be an interesting comparison between those two machines. So let's close down the specs and I'll attempt to run them at the same time. Let's make sure they're in the foreground. Oops, sorry, I've just knocked you. I think you're okay. So we're off now to start, and we're looking at the same usual readouts from FL Studio. At the moment, the right is saying 24-25, the left 30-31. So as you'd expect, the machine on the right is not having to work as hard. These readouts are really the lower, the less hard work the processor is having to do. Therefore, the lower the reading is, the better. We're waiting for the music to change when we'll get different readings. At the moment, I've got 29 on the left and 25 on the right. So still the one on the right having to work less harder. As we go into this next section, there's a bit more going on, which will put the processor under a bit more work. It'll have to do a bit more work, put the processor under a bit more pressure. On the left we're looking at 37 now, on the right we're looking at 31. On the left we're looking at 47 now, on the right we're looking at 42. So not a massive difference in terms of how hard the processors are having to work, but you can see the one on the left, the i5, is now at 48, 49, so that's 50% of its power going to FL Studio at the moment, and the one on the right, 43, so I guess you could say that that's, I don't know if it's a percentage actually, I'm probably not right to say percentage, but in terms of the relative performance between the two, the one on the right, the i7, having with 32 gigs of RAM, having to work a lot harder. Let's just bring that one back. I think the battery's just right on that, so this is probably a good time to stop. I hope that's given you some idea of the relative difference in performance. Thanks very much for your time.